Whoa, what a week. Oh my goodness. Have you been paying attention? Oh man. Woo. Listen, a new president got sworn in on Monday and ah, whoa. I think he's taken more questions from the press in the last few days than the former president did the whole time. Ah, ah. Oh, I mean, this is crazy. It's crazy. Yes, we'll unpack as much as we can, ladies and gentlemen. I know that there's a lot that's been going on. It's been fast. It's been moving, but of course, what do we have here? Well, the only award-winning radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real award-winning media puppet from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam NewsMan, broadcasting live from the cold campus here at the University of Richmond. When I say cold, I think when I looked out this morning, it was 16 degrees. 16 degrees? Oh, good grief. Oh, man, it's freezing out there. Anyways, a couple of people here coming into the chat. Robert, of course, Big M. Let's see. I see why Ghost Lover. Cato's Collection. David Miller. And a couple of people here joining in. We are broadcasting live, of course, a couple of different places. WDCE 90.1 FM. That's University of Richmond radio here. But you might be thinking to yourself, Sam, I'm not close by to you. So then how do I listen? And I say, well, that's very simple. All you would need to do is go to the Live 365 app, search WDCE, and you'll be able to listen to the show. Oh, Robert says 16 is warm compared to 8. So let me know what the temperature is where you are. But Robert, of course, is taking the trophy at the moment. He says it's 8 degrees where he is. Action Fuzz joining in. But yeah, let me know exactly how cold it is where you are. I believe that the temperature is supposed to get up into the 60s this week here in Virginia, Richmond here, I believe. Now, that could change, of course. Lawyers and weathermen. I never understood this, that lawyers and weathermen, they're the only two professions that can lie consistently and keep their jobs. No, they come in the next day and just say, well, you know what, we got that wrong. And, oh, no, you know what, we got that case wrong, but let's just keep at it. No, accountability, people. Is there accountability anywhere anymore? Big M says he's working outside today. It is a little nippy where he is. Let me know what the temperature is where you are. Definitely want to know that. But like I said, we have a big show, a lot of stuff coming in really quickly here today. Now, I do have a few songs here. We're going to get Dave here in just a few moments. And this is going to be the last week. The last week of what, you ask? The last week that we talk about shows that, didn't really last long. They may have had a pilot. Well, that might be all that they had, was just a pilot episode. In fact, there are episodes where pilots were canceled halfway through the pilot, if you recall. So so these shows that we're going to be going over are shows that were just around for, well, like I said, one show. Now, sometimes it's very interesting. These shows, they'll do a whole movie, it seems like. And the Professor Deep Cut Dave, will be joining us here in just a few moments. Now, that will be a radio-only segment. Now, I know that this segment will be a little bit shorter. We were kind of juggling the wires and the hamster wheel. So this thing runs on, it's the cockroach wheel around here. Hamsters is the upgrade. Hamsters and Gremlins. Yeah, well, that's over at the professional studio over there, if you will. That's run by hamsters and gremlins. Over here, it's just the cockroaches. Yeah, and well, because Art shows up before I do, I don't get to see the cockroaches. Now, if the lights were off and then I click them on, then I see them all, and they all run away though. They never go and get to hang out. I know they're sitting there, having a jam band session, and they're just, maybe they're very modest. The cockroaches are modest. That's what they are, and they don't want to sit there and brag. The next thing you know, they're going to be asked to go play around Richmond everywhere. And can you imagine the violence that they would get? I mean, think about that for a moment. You remember, right? Yeah, a bunch of cockroaches show up trying to play music. They would say, "Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute! Oh, what they try to study?" It's like, "No, wait a minute, no, they play every day at the bottom of North Court." That's what happens. So let's see. Shout out to Michael. Shout out to Casper. Corey says that it's 40 degrees and rising. They got a blizzard down in Florida, a bunch of snow, 8 inches or so, maybe even more in some places. They got a whole blizzard, got a bunch of snow. Once in a lifetime or once in a generation storm. I don't know how often that Florida gets these storms, but you don't see a bunch of snow out of in Florida. More people need to watch Joe's Apartment. Joe's Apartment. Did Joe's Apartment get a lot of snow? That's what I want to know. Hey, I'm a poet and I know it. Okay, well, so anyways, keep letting me know what the temperature is where you are, and gotta love 40 degrees. Oh wait, oh Casper is going to win. So we had negative. So we had 8 a few moments ago. Casper says 40. He said, I'd love 40. I'd love 40. It's -7 here. So Casper wins. Casper, Casper with the -7 degrees. -7 degrees where Casper is here at 9:37 on the 25th day of January, the year 2025. Connection issues, things going wonky. But we do have, like I said, Professor Deep Cut Dave coming in just a few moments. Going to line that up here. He's going to be calling in. And like I said, it's going to be in reference to shows that only had one, that's right, one airing. One airing. And the interesting thing is, and like I said, it's bad when the show that you're doing is canceled halfway through the show. Now, some of these I'm not going to spoil it. I do have a cartoon in here, and it looks like that there's a couple of I don't want to spoil it. I want to play it. We'll get to it here in just a few moments. I have the crew over there on the other side of the glass talking to me. What's going on, guys? A bunch of other stuff. Davos. Oh, that's right, Davos. Well, like I said, well, we'll unpack all of the political stuff. Like I said, Davos was here. There's a bunch of executive orders. We'll get all into all of that. Like I said, in about 30 minutes when I come back here on camera. The next segment, of course, will be radio only. So as you guys are coming in, I see Delma's here, Mud Scuffer, Skydro. Shout out to all of you. We're going to be taking the cameras off here in just a few moments. We'll come back at about 10:10-ish. And then we'll talk about, of course, the news of the day. Like I said, executive orders, new president, the president talking to the media more than the previous president did in the last 4 years. It's very weird how all of that happens. And people are freaking out. People are freaking out because of these executive orders, too. And like I said, we'll unpack all of that in about 30 minutes. Make sure you stay tuned here. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and X. And make sure you're tuning into WDCE 90.1 FM. Download the Live 365 app or go to WDCE.org or WDCE.net. Professor Deep Cut Dave coming in on the other side of this music break. Radio only exclusive, of course. to talk to us about the final shows that only lasted one episode. And that was it, because they were that bad. Broadcasting live from the cold but sunny campus here at the University of Richmond, you're listening to WDCE 90.1 FM. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Saturday Morning.